Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the booze is so delightful. And since we got no place to go, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, time for another viewer request. Yeah, let's see what we got today. Need my glasses here for sure. All right. Dear Bruce, I'm a big fan of the show. Right on. I watch it every week. I'd love it if you could make a fruitcake cocktail. Really? A fruitcake cocktail? Since I love fruitcake. Thanks, Terry B. Well, it's against my better judgment, Terry, but I guess we can make a fruitcake cocktail. Why not? Fruitcake! Love it or hate it, it seems to show up every Christmas. People bring fruitcake as gifts, as jokes, and sometimes they even eat it. Fruitcake is not just a cake with some fruit inside. The fruit and nuts have to be dried or soaked in sugar. What you end up with is a very heavy cake. Some recipes call for alcohol in the cake, or stored in an alcohol-soaked cloth. That's why fruitcake doesn't go bad for a very long time. Some folks will make a fruitcake every year that's meant to be eaten the next year. There are even fruitcakes out there that are still okay to eat after 25 years. And one family I read about has held on to their fruitcake since 1878. It's a family heirloom, and hard as a rock. The history of the fruitcake goes all the way back to ancient Rome. A recipe from 2,000 years ago had pomegranate seeds, pine nuts, and raisins mixed into a cake made out of barley mash. By the Middle Ages, fruitcakes with honey, preserved fruit, and spices were popular. Then in the 18th century in Europe, fruitcake made with butter and sugar was banned for a while. It was thought to be too rich and tasty. From the 19th century on, fruitcake became a traditional wedding cake in England. Fruitcake gets around. You know, there are many different versions all over the world. In Germany, fruitcake is called Stollen and has a powdery, sugary top. Italy has panforte or panettone. Poland and Bulgaria call it cakes. In the Caribbean, fruitcakes are made with a lot of rum. In Portugal, it's called bolo rei, or Portuguese king cake. Each cake has one fava bean inside, and whoever gets a piece with the bean is supposed to buy the cake the next year. And in Canada, it often goes by the name of Christmas cake. Despite all the history and worldwide popularity of fruitcake, it isn't everyone's favorite holiday treat. And maybe because fruitcake lasts so long, it often gets forgotten about. And sometimes it's even regifted. But on December 27th, National Fruitcake Day, there's one town in Colorado, Manitou Springs, that takes getting rid of their unwanted fruitcake very seriously. Every year on January 7th, they hold a contest to see who can throw their fruitcake the furthest. People build catapults, slingshots, and even cannons to propel their cakes. And to make up for the lost food, I guess they feel a little guilty about the waste, everyone competing has to bring a donation to the local food bank. Anything but fruitcake. It's perhaps the former host of The Tonight Show, Johnny Carson, who said it best. He claimed that the worst gift is fruitcake, and that there's only one fruitcake in the entire world, and people just keep sending it to each other. All right then, let's make a fruitcake cocktail. Yeah.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Okay, let's get blitzing. Ha! All right, first thing we want to do is grab some white sugar. I've got a tablespoon. Then we want a half a teaspoon of ground cloves. Oh yeah. And we're just gonna mix all that in as well with my spoon here, why not? Sweet. Okay, next thing, I got a wonderful little martini style glass here, and I'm just gonna scour the lip with my lemon and dip it into this wonderful little mix. And I'm gonna pop it in my freezer. In a shaker glass, grab some bourbon. We got 1 ounce. Amaretto, half an ounce. Cointreau, half an ounce. We got an almond orange thing going on. Nutty. Ginger. I've got my Domaine de Canton. And you know, you should buy some. Just because it's the best gift you could give yourself over Christmas. It's a great little product. 1/4 of an ounce. That's lots. That just perks it up. All right, let's add some mix. I've got some cinnamon syrup, and we only want a 1/4 teaspoon. That's all right. I'm gonna make it taste more like fruitcake than anything, all right? And I've got a nice little 1/4 wedge of lemon, and we're just gonna squeeze that right into our drink. And finally, a splash of cranberry juice. Just a splash. Toss in some ice. Slap a lid on and shake it. Nuttier than a fruitcake. Ah! Yeah! Shake it. Oh yeah. All right. Let's grab our glass out of the freezer. And we're going to double strain it in our prepped glass. Oh yeah. Fruitcake. Fruitcake. Sweet. And garnish with a little candied ginger, candied orange, little cherry, all the fruitcake toppings, yeah. And hey, let's get super gaudy and put an umbrella in there. Why not? Let's check it out. Ooh, the cinnamon and clove thing actually makes my lips and tongue tingle. The amaretto and the Cointreau give it a real flavor of fruitcake. That's delicious. Wow, that's great. You know, if you can't stand fruitcake, make the cocktail version. It's so much better. Ah! Merry Christmas. Cheers. Look at this thing. Holy shit! People eat this stuff? Oh. I'm on Patreon now. Yeah, for just a few dollars a month, you get access to things that nobody else sees. You get bloopers, you get podcasts, newsletters, and sneak peeks. You get a whole whack of stuff that you're gonna love. So become one of my booze hounds and help support the show. This stuff gets expensive, and every little bit goes back into the show. Thanks in advance. On behalf of BarTalk&Cocktails, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and safe and happy holidays. And check out some of these other Christmas cocktails. And hit the subscribe button. Cheers. Merry Christmas. Have you made your New Year's resolution yet?